Hey guys, this is Anna. I'm back with another migraine suffer vlog that I hope will help everyone to better understand migraines and how they affect everyone. So today I wanted to talk about the Daith piercing. It's spelled like Daith, but it's pronounced Daith, and it goes up in like one of the higher folds of your ear. There were a lot of people online saying that this piercing actually took their migraines away. And then there were a few people who were saying that it didn't take their migraines completely away, but that it did help to reduce the pain and the frequency of migraines that they were getting. So I thought about trying it, and I was really interested in it because, for some people it had been a complete cure, and I was hoping it would do the same for me. It didn't actually cure my migraines, but it did help noticeably. I had super, super bad migraines before, and I'm not trying to say that they're super easy now, because a migraine is just terrible by nature. They're all bad and very bad, but still, they were really, really bad before I got the Daith piercing. I would say they were always at a 10, always horrible. I would wind up uncontrollably crying because the pain was just so bad. My body would be bruised for days from all the tension, and I would have trouble eating for days afterwards because my stomach was like so tight and so bruised. And like it was just horrific. And so I tried the piercing as soon as I could. And unfortunately, like I said, it wasn't a cure for me, but I didn't wind up crying for like the first time in a really, really long time. I didn't wind up crying when I got another migraine. I was in bed, I was miserable, but I wasn't crying uncontrollably, and it was overall just a noticeably much less worse experience than it usually was. And I did get less migraines as well. So for me, I would definitely say that this piercing is worth trying out if you're a migraine sufferer. Some people say that it made their migraines worse right after they got them, but then it started to help later. Thankfully, that's not something that I experienced. For me, it just helped right away. I noticed an immediate difference right after I got it. And just the ride home was better because my head was already hurting a little bit. But the migraine was building up less quickly, and it eventually just went away. And I got a migraine on some other day. I can't remember how far after the piercing it was, but it was definitely not the same day. And it was only like $45. And so that paid for the earring and the piercing, which makes this like, it's not an official treatment, of course, but it's like a really, really inexpensive alternative treatment. Because, if you go to the doctor, it can cost you like $80+ just for the visit, and then you have to pay a lot of money for a prescription, and you don't even know if the prescription's going to work, and you wind up going over and over and over again sometimes, and it just really, really gets super expensive. But getting the piercing, it's only like one time of $42. I've heard some people say that it was like maybe $80 where they lived, but most people say it's around $40, and that was my experience too. And yeah, totally worth it in my opinion. Totally worth it. There are a lot of doctors online who try to post articles and stuff and say it's absolutely ridiculous. Of course, a piercing is not going to help your migraines. But I found that really strange when there were so many people online saying that it worked for them. Like, whether you're a doctor or not, how can you come behind all of these people and say that their testimonies aren't true? Why would so many people come online and say that this piercing worked for them just because? Like, that's a pretty elaborate hoax. I don't think people would do that. And then, like I said, from my experience, I can personally testify myself that it does actually help. So if anyone listening is thinking about getting it, I would definitely, suggest that you just go ahead and try. And if you have any concerns about the pain that getting the piercing would include, I really don't think it's that bad. Some people online say that it hurts really, really bad, but that wasn't my experience. And I also had a really good piercer too. He was really nice. I was like, wow, this guy could be a doctor, because he had like a really good bedside manner. Really nice, really patient, explained everything really clearly. And yeah, he was just great. He knew what he was doing. And yeah, just seemed like a really, really nice person. And he was quick and he was efficient. There wasn't a lot of bleeding or anything. It was just overall a really good experience for me. I would say that it hurt about as much as getting a normal earring in your lobe. Like it just wasn't that bad. So maybe the people online who say that it hurts really bad are just like sensitive to pain. I don't know. Or maybe it was partly a surprise factor because they've never had that kind of piercing before. But yeah, I would say don't worry about the pain, because it didn't hurt that much in my opinion. And you do have to find a good piercer though. That's another reason why it may have hurt some people a lot. My piercer told me that some people, some piercers don't know what they're doing well enough, so they will actually use a clamp to get the earring in your ear. And he said that's doing it totally wrong. And he said it's really painful for the person getting the piercing. He said if someone tries to use a clamp on you, leave, because they don't know what they're doing. The correct way to do this piercing is where they get like this curved needle and they push it through your cartilage, through your Daith area, and it's really, really quick. Super quick. Not that painful, and totally worth it for $42 if it actually takes your migraines away. If it doesn't take your migraines away, I think it's still worth it, because like I said, migraines are so miserable that any relief is always welcome. I'm always grateful for any kind of relief that I can find. So thanks for listening today, guys. I hope that you found this helpful and educational, whether you're someone who suffers from migraines or just someone who wants to know more about them. Hope this was helpful, and I will be releasing another vlog really soon. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.